So next week we celebrate a birthday. It is the birthday of Mary, our Blessed Mother. In an episode of the comic strip Peanuts, Charlie Brown gets a new baby sister. And Charlie becomes genuinely concerned about the condition of the world his sister was entering. And he expresses his concerns to Linus. But Linus interrupts Charlie's litany of evils in the world. He says, Charlie Brown, I think that the world is better off today than it was 6 years ago. And Charlie protests, saying, hey, don't you read the newspapers? Don't you watch television? How can you say that the world is better today than it was 6 years ago? And Linus answers very simply, because I'm in it now. Folks, I have to tell you that a lot of us are very much like Charlie Brown. We're very concerned about the condition of the world today, with all the violence and threats of terrorism. But the world is better today than it was 2,000 years ago. And the reason is very simple. Because Mary, our Blessed Mother, is in it now. You know, before she came into the world was in a very, very bad state. The people on earth had no hope of entering the kingdom of heaven because of the original sin committed by our first parents, Adam and Eve. But then Mary came into the world. And because Mary said yes to the angel, that she would be willing to become the mother of God, Jesus came into our world. And it was Jesus then who suffered and died on the cross so that someday all of us could enter the kingdom of heaven. Yes, next week we celebrate the birthday of our Blessed Mother. You know, when someone celebrates a birthday, it's a custom to give that person a gift. It is a custom to give Mary a gift, I think, on her birthday. I'd like to share with you one of my favorite stories. 3 days before her wife's birthday, a man finally decided to go out and get her a gift. So he went to the cosmetic department of Neiman Marcus store, and he asked to see a bottle of cologne. And the clerk showed him a $100 bottle of cologne. And he said, wow, that's awfully expensive. So she returned with a smaller bottle that cost $50. He looked at it and he said, you know, that's still quite a bit too much. He said, I'd like to see something really cheap. And then the clerk handed him a mirror to look into. You know what I'm going to say? Hey, folks, on Mary's birthday, let us give her a gift. And let's not be cheap about it. And I think the best gift we can give our Blessed Mother is ourself. That's what she wants, huh? She wants our love, our devotion. So please, let us give Mary that gift on her birthday, promising her that we will stay close to her and close to her Son. You know, I think we can give a gift to our Blessed Mother by giving a gift to her Son. A Sunday school teacher had told her class about how the three kings, you know, the Magi, brought gifts to Jesus. And one little kid remarked, you know, instead of gold, frankincense, and myrrh, I'll bet Mary wished they had brought diapers. But the question is, folks, hey, what gift can we give to Jesus, honoring the birthday of his mother? Let's go back to the marriage feast at Cana. We all remember what Mary said to the waiters. Do whatever he tells you. I think that she says the same thing to each one of us here today. Maybe that the gift Mary would appreciate most for her son would be that we do whatever he tells us to do. They tell the story of a mother who was listening to her son say his evening prayers. And she heard him usually coming up with the usual blessings and petitions and all that children usually offer. The little girl prayed for things like her mommy and her daddy, grandma and grandpa, went on and on. But Mom was surprised to hear how she concluded her prayer. She concluded it by saying, and so, that's what I would like you to do for me. So now, Jesus, what would you like me to do for you? You know what? I think one of the gifts we can give to our Blessed Mother is the promising her that we will do whatever her Son asks us to do. You know, folks, Jesus doesn't want us to walk on water. He did that. Jesus doesn't want us to change water into wine. He did that. Jesus doesn't want us to multiply loaves and fishes. He did that. Jesus doesn't want us to cure the deaf and the blind and the lame. He did that. Jesus doesn't want us to suffer and die on the cross. He did that. But folks, Jesus does want us to love God with our whole heart and mind and soul. Jesus can't do that for us. Jesus wants us to spend time in prayer. He can't do that for us. Jesus wants us to trust in God. Jesus can't do that for us. Jesus wants us to love one another. Jesus can't do that for us. I think you got the idea. Our Blessed Mother wants us to do what Jesus wants us to do. I think finally we can give a gift to our Blessed Mother by giving a gift to her other children. How can we do this? There are many ways of doing it. I'm going to offer one suggestion. I'd like to share with you a story that my Italian grandfather used to like to tell. It is about Luigi and Maria. They had been married for 60 years. And for 60 years, Maria kept nagging poor Luigi. You know, Luigi, get your feet off the furniture. Luigi, don't track up the floor with those dirty shoes of yours. Well, the poor guy died. And Maria was heartbroken. And she wanted to speak with Luigi for a last time. So she went to a seance session where the medium called out to Luigi. And the medium yelled out, Luigi, can you hear me? And the voice came back, yes, I can hear you. Oh, Maria was in tears and she was so happy. She said, Luigi, is it really you? And the voice came back, said, yes, Maria, it's me. And then Maria said, Luigi, are you happy where you are now? And the answer came back, yes, I am very happy. And Maria asked, are you even happier than when you were with me? And Luigi said, yes, I am. And then Maria said, Luigi, tell me, what is heaven like? And the voice came back, who said I was in heaven? It's a terrible story. I think that Grandpa was trying to point out, perhaps, that Luigi might have been happier in hell than he was with Maria. And by the way, my grandmother hated that story. Do you see the point I'm really making, folks? Is, do you know what gift we can give Mary's other children, especially the members of our family? Come on. Let's make their life on earth a heaven. And we all know how to do that. Let's try to be patient with our loved ones. Let's try to forgive them if they seem to hurt us in some way or another. Let us let them know that we love them, expressing our love for them often. And let's do that for them now. I got to add this point, it's been coming to me all morning. We look at the television news, and what do we see? A lot of people dying, a lot of people whose loved ones have died. Hey, folks, life is too short. Let us give those gifts to our loved ones now while we still have the opportunity. I think that's what our Blessed Mother would love us to do for her children. So let us continue our Mass. Let's all promise our Blessed Mother that we're going to give her 3 gifts for her birthday. The gift of ourself, the gift we will give her a gift by giving a gift to her son Jesus, and we will give her a gift by giving a gift to her children, especially the precious members of our family. So make sure now that each one of us say to our Blessed Mother, Happy birthday.